Wow, clouds. Who'd have thought it? Anyway, welcome to the Droid Observatory, and let's introduce you to a new piece of equipment we have in the observatory. This here is the Dwarf 3 Smart Telescope from Droid Laboratories. I ordered it way back in September, and it's taken until, coffee, let's get some coffee. Way back in September, and it's arrived in middle of January. I've managed to have it out for about an hour. But the back of the box just shows you some of the different modes it has. It has a lunar and solar tracking mode. You can actually track wildlife with it as well. You can do wide field of landscapes. It also has a new wide field lens, and what it's really designed to do is deep field, deep space astrophotography. So let's see what's in the box. It comes quite nicely packaged. It has camera case style padded zip up bag. In the bag is the Dwarf itself. You can see it's a completely self-contained unit. It has two axes to rotate on, which is how it's got the full go-to. And you can place it, it's got a flat bottom, you can place it on a bench or on the ground, or it has a little screw attachment and you can attach a foot and you can put it on a tripod. We'll set that to the side just for a second and see what else is in the box. So here we have a little Dwarf Lab cleaning cloth for when you get your big sticky hands all over the lens, so your dog clicks it, or your child spits on it or something nice. And a C-type charger cable. Doesn't have the little plug in 240 adapter, but I'm guessing most people have them to plug into the wall. In this little bag here are Dwarf Lab sunglasses. So have a look and see. Try not to get sticky fingerprints on them. So here we have Dwarf Lab sunglasses. They're not for humans to wear, they are for the dwarf. And I will show. So here we have the dwarf, and open up the little clutch, and these for doing solar photography. Simply click on the ND glass here to protect the sensor in the back from solar rays. And with them on, you can happily do white light solar, which is a nice addition. In the original Dwarf, in the Dwarf 2, you had to screw in individual filters, and it was a little bit of a faff. And again, you always end up with your sticky fingerprints all over them. This here is a much simpler and neater design, and even if you leave them on and the Dwarf closes off or runs the battery out, they still disappear inside. And this is actually how you take data frames for astrophotography, but we can get to that later. So, a little more about the Dwarf itself. Just picking it up, I can feel that it's heavier than the original Dwarf 2. I don't actually know if there's a Dwarf 1, but I had a wee Dwarf 2 for a year and it worked really well. This is slightly heavier, slightly bigger, and it feels like it's maybe about 1.5 kilos. So, starting with two lenses here, it has a wide field lens which is 6.4mm wide. It's used for taking Milky Way shots, zooming in things or looking at things before you zoom in on them, and for taking wide field daytime pictures as well. The telescope or the telephoto lens is now up to 35mm wide and has a focal length of 150mm, and it is made of ED glass, which is very high quality, and it's a big improvement on the original one. So as well as having a new wide field lens and a new astronomy lens in there, it also has a new Sony sensor. It is the IMX678, which is quite highly respected and used in a lot of single shot cameras as well. Also built inside it are three visual filters. One is a daytime filter, but the important ones for us are the astro filter, which extends from 430 to about 700 metres, and that's basically just about the same as a city light pollution filter. You'd use it from your back garden, you'd use it on galaxies and most objects in space. It's really just to cut out light pollution, or to help cut out light pollution. But it also has a third filter built in as well, and it is a dual band or narrow band filter, and it targets O3, HA wavelengths, and it's from about 500 to about 660 metres, I think. So it's a fairly good narrowband filter. Yet to test it, but we'll get back to that. I'm just hitting on some other things it has in it. It has a built-in noise reduction system, and it will also do star trails, Milky Way, time-lapse photography as well. It also has a mosaic feature, which I haven't explored yet, and solar and lunar as well as deep sky. So it also has a built-in battery, and I think it's 10,000 milliamps, sorry, and it has a built-in memory of 128 gig, and that's all inside it. There's no external ports for any of them anymore. So let's turn it on and see how it goes. A couple of second press on this button and it will start to flash green. And we'll pack it down just now. And don't forget, always have coffee ready. So we will try and connect up the Dwarf. This is real time. I remember as a kid watching Tomorrow's World, and every time they had a new piece of equipment, it never worked in front of the cameras. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed as it works. So we'll just cycle down here to the app, and the D for Dwarf. Where is it hiding? Yeah, it's there. Dwarf Lab. We'll click on the app. You can see you get a nice kind of starry picture. We will hit the connect button, and it'll pop up here if it finds the Dwarf. So found the Dwarf, and it will now try and connect up. The Dwarf starts with sort of like a Wi-Fi signal, and after initial finding it, it hooks up the Wi-Fi to your tablet or your phone. It runs on Android. There you go. 5, 10, 15 seconds, usually works first time. Click on photo. This will give you your app here. Some of your controls are up this side. You get the various different ones, so press this. And we have photo, video, burst, astro, time lapse, and auto capture. I'll click on astro and bring that up. And then this bottom one here gives you various different shutter speed, you get gain, shutter count, different filters, and what is really good and new in this model is the built-in star map. So you get a really fantastic, massive star map. You can pick anything you want. Let's say you want to take a picture of Venus, or Mercury, Vega, or Pleiades. Let's go to Pleiades. Click on that. And we'll click OK. We want to go and see Pleiades. And the scope will automatically start to calibrate itself. It does similar to a 3-star calibration that a regular Skywatch or a Celestron would do. Obviously, it won't find any stars because it's daylight and we're inside. It's just a demonstration of how the scope actually works. It's trying to find stars and it will keep going for you. It does 4 or 5 irritations before it would give up. So I'll just help it to give up and I'll press cancel. One of the other features of this Dwarf 3 is it has an EQ mode. You have it on a tripod with a pan and tilt or a video ball head or something, and if you place it at 55 degrees north or here in the west of Scotland, the app will tell you how far you are away from really good alignment. And I'll show you how that works just now. You would have this here is EQ mode, so you connect to it. We'll tell it yes, we've already found it, and it tells you a little about how to place it, your tripod, face it north, did all that, and tells you how far it needs to lean over. Oh yeah, there's your tilt. Okay, and then obviously it'll not work because we're not on a tripod, but that's how it works with EQ mode. Another good thing about setting up EQ mode is on the parameters for the shutter speed and time, they all run to 60 seconds. The old Dwarf is 15, but this one will do 60 seconds. But once you set up EQ mode and you get it bang on, spot on, it will do 120 seconds. It will do a 2-minute exposure of any deep sky object you pick. So we have exited EQ mode and just back to the start screen, close it down. Excuse me. We slip down to settings, go to my device and pick the wrong one as usual, and somehow turn it off, which I've forgotten how to do, but we can get to that. Dum-de-dum-dum, there we go, shut down. I was not the right one to begin with. Just hit shut down now, and you can see it'll just turn itself off and go to sleep and pack itself away. The lights will go out, and that is a simple first session on the Dwarf 3. So thank you very much for listening to this little quick presentation on the Dwarf. I've really just started to get to grips with it. Hopefully in future I'll be able to mirror the image that's on your tablet. You can watch it on your tablet and put it maybe in one of the big screens in here. That would be fantastic, and then be able to do astronomy while we sit here drinking tea. Cold. Cheers, thank you.